Hello, everybody. Welcome, sports bettors. It's Bob and Mike with Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts, your last minute betting show. Folks, Underdog Fantasy, the link below. What do you got to do, Mike? You get $100, don't you, for in your first deposit up to $100? They'll match you. That's pretty good.
That's right. That's right.
I like that. OddsJam Player Prop mobile app. Check that out. Free for iPhone, iPad, and Mac computers. Links are below for all the sports books in your state, folks. OddsJam Partner Program is there. Like this video, subscribe, please, to this YouTube channel, and fill out the form in the description to get a one-on-one tutorial with me, Mike, or Randall. That's the way we got it set up right now. We'll see what happens, right? Last minute betting is upon you right now. We've already got comments here. Let's check them out already. Stephen Batsa, good evening, guys. And Stephen wants to know, Mike, how'd you know Aaron Judge wouldn't hit 61 on Wednesday?
I just had a feeling. He'd been really, really hot and on a tear, and I think that he was due to cool off a little bit. And I think it was going to add to the excitement anyway, that now here we go again tonight. Last night was pretty awesome, the anticipation. So had he done it Wednesday night, we wouldn't have this string of games here where he could do it. And let's also not forget, who do they have coming up, Bob? They got the Red Sox coming up.
Red Sox, yeah.
Now, that's who I thought. I had to double check myself because I thought they did. Now, hold on a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are the Yankees and Red Sox not a big-time rivalry? Right?
Well, that was good, Mike.
Is this series in New York?
Hey, Mike.
Hold on, let me finish.
You get a cowbell crooked stick on this one.
Let me finish. So this series is in New York. It is against the Boston Red Sox. If you watch baseball, Steven, this is about as big a rivalry as we have. And not only that, but what better way to do that than against the Red Sox to submit yourself into Yankees history? Why not do it against the Boston Red Sox?
Oh, listen to this. You might be a little psychic. Maybe they're just waiting for tonight. Yes, it's in New York.
Yes.
Hey, very good, Mike. You know what,
Steven? I think we're going to see it very, very soon.
I don't know about psychic.
Tonight.
I don't know about psychic. Maybe crazy.
It's coming this series.
Okay. All right. Yep. He'll pass Babe Ruth and tie.
What a headliner.
Roger
What a
Maris.
headliner. Judge, I'm not. Well, let's face it.
You don't have a headline.
Yeah, I don't have a headline article. Man. I need to stay in your lane, Mike.
Yeah, no kidding. My goodness. What are you, a reporter or something?
No, I was trying to think of a catchy headline off the bat, off the top of my head. Off of Aaron Judge's bat, maybe.
There you go. All right. Let's take a look. You got any plays for us right now, or
Bob? I've got a lot of NFL plays. So we are at the weekend. First of all, I will say my Nick Chubb play did not hit, and neither did my Pittsburgh Steelers first quarter play. But I liked the Browns to cover that last night. I expected them to bounce back. I talked about it last night. What better way to get right back, to it right after a bad loss against the Jets. And you could tell Cleveland was wanting to get back out on that field immediately after that bad loss. Your
under didn't hit.
No, it didn't.
My over did.
But that was a lean anyway. I wasn't. You were wanting to talk about the over and under, and I gave what I thought had the more likely chance of hitting. It was a heavy lean.
Right. So, I was right. You were wrong. Steven, you're right. The minus, it's now the minus 168. I got it at minus 150 this morning. That's as good as I could do. But you know what? That's one of our bets for tonight from morning coffee. So, Mike, if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen here real quick.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I was going to share. Yeah, you share yours, and I'll share mine because we got to get into my bet tracker because I've got a boatload.
Okay. All right. Before I do positive EV, I just want to go over some of the things that I've hit in some videos and what have you. I got a lot of stuff pending here, Mike.
Zoom in.
Yeah. But here at the end here, I have Tennessee for tomorrow minus 10.5 on the point spread and under 63 in that game. Okay. Tonight, Syracuse and Virginia. I've taken Virginia plus 10 and the under in that game. Oh, yeah. I'm going under crazy. Very quickly, let's go to the positive EV page. And Mike,
Stephen Batts, let me interrupt you real quick, Bob, because Stephen Batts says, holy crap, Bob, too many bets. You know, a lot of these are recommended filters plays, Stephen, and we are definitely hammering as many of those recommended filters plays as we can. We're wanting to keep track of how those are doing, and certainly they have been very profitable on my end, especially as of late. So we're testing that out and seeing how that goes, and so far, so good.
So here's one that was there early this morning. Detroit Tigers over 3.5 plus 135, 22-cent market with plus 132, no big fair odds. I know it's only a 43% chance of hitting, but the White Sox pitcher, Giolito, come on, he's going to give up that many runs probably on his own. I see that hitting. The Red Sox over 2.5 runs against Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole has not been impressive this year. Okay. I like this play. It's a 53.52 win percentage. I'm going to hit it. I like this play a lot. That is a recommended filter play, Stephen. What is it, Mike? You make if you made 250 of these, you're going to be a profitable person. We're not hitting that many. We're hitting them every day, and I got to be honest with you. It's working. Here's another one. The Mariners -1. I know the Royals just swept the Twins, right? And the Mariners just didn't they just lose to the A's? So I like this play. I can't believe you're getting plus 160 at -1. I know it says 40%, but we're looking at -1 run line. I mean, what? And I think Marco Gonzalez is pitching tonight. Of course, the Royals got their best pitcher pitching. I know that.
Yeah, that's why. But that's okay because Seattle has been pretty decent as of late, other than the slip up last night. That Boston play over 2.5 team total. Garrett Cole is 7-3. He's got a 4.28 ERA and 14 career starts against Boston. So he definitely gives up some runs. And for this year, he's 2-0 against Boston, but he's got a 5.48 ERA in the 4 starts that he's had this year. So I did like that play to hit.
Yes. What I was trying to say before
I was rudely interrupted.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking about the Mariners and the Royals having their best pitcher pitch, but the Mariners are in a dogfight with Baltimore right now. Baltimore's 4 games behind. There's plenty of time left, and the Mariners are right now in the 3rd wild card spot, but they can move up to number 2 also. So Toronto's kind of taking over the number 1 spot in the wild card in the American League. Tampa Bay and Seattle fighting for number 2. Baltimore's hanging on by a thread. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen.
Bob, the Guardians have been really hot, and you can get them for plus odds tonight. So that's tempting.
For something to be a recommended play, I've been away too long. So what they've done is they've gone through and taken as much more information than ever before for winning plays and losing plays and coming up. And I'm going to tell you right now, some of these recommended plays have a lot of juice at times, right, Mike? I mean, You're going to find a minus 150. You're going to find a minus 160. But, Stephen, you can couple that a lot of times with our little butterfly play, and you mix the two together, and it works out really, really well. All I know is I bet them. They seem to come through. A lot of them make sense, and a lot of them stay there for a long time during the day, don't they, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, they're the best of the bets that you'll have on that positive EV page, and they're just taken and kind of being put by themselves now. So you'll be able to see some of these plays on the positive EV page as you go along. But when you hit the filters, that's just going to single them out. And now all those plays you can expect to profit. I mean, if you place, between 100, 200 of those bets, within a reasonable time frame, whatever you're able to do, you're expected to profit off of those. And so far, I'm not even that deep, and I'm already profiting. So definitely enjoying these recommended filters. Bob,
and we're not hitting every one, right, Mike?
No, we don't hit every single. We hit what we can, what we like. But I've been hitting a lot of them lately. I will say this: lately, I've been hitting a lot. Okay, I've been hitting it a lot. Okay, I mean, I can't lay off the recommended filters, Bob. I'm addicted right now. All right, man. I'm admitting I've got a problem. I'm admitting I have a problem, but it's a good problem. But
not only are you psycho, I mean psychic.
Wow. That is awful degrading of you to say. May I share my screen?
Go right ahead, young man.
Well, I thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to share my screen on a show that I co-host, Bob. Appreciate that. All right, let's go to the bet tracker first before we take a look at any of those recommended filters plays. Minnesota Vikings, check this out, y'all. Got the under 28.5 team total, plus 120 on points bet. Value right now is at plus 108, so definitely beating the closing line value. And guys, the Vikings have only scored 30 points in their first two games combined, 23-7. So Detroit's been respectable. They've been good. Their defense is a little iffy, but Minnesota, even showing against Green Bay, where Justin Jefferson had a magnificent game, they still only had 23 points. So that's a play I'm on. Jared Goff on his over 36.5 player passing attempts. Looks like you can get better value than I got on that play. Falcons over 20.5 team total. They put up some points against the Rams. I expect that to happen again. Minus 110 points bet. Beating the closing line value a little bit. Would jump on that play if you haven't already. Saquon Barkley. Over 75.5 player rushing yards, plus 110 on plus 110. Wow. Plus 101 is
110. Plus 110 would be really
that would
good.
be it would be amazing. What I was going to say, plus 101 is what you can get that for right now. And I would still take that bet at plus 101. Obviously you haven't done the best job yet of getting on it. If you're not using OddsJam, you could have got it at plus 110. But if you're looking to tail, jump on it. Joe Mixon, over 75.5 player rushing yards, plus 105. And I'm not going to go through every one of them. You all can see them, I hope, clearly enough. These are the bets that I'm on. A lot of green. You know what that means? That means I'm beating the closing line value. That's good.
By a lot. Absolutely. All right. Let me in here again.
That's good.
Let me go back.
You're looking, you're like, oh, look at that red. Hold on, let me finish. 3 red. You ain't doing nothing. Hold on. If we want to keep scrolling. Ooh, there's some green. Ooh, there's some green. Hold on. Ooh, there's some green. Oh my goodness, there's some green, Bob.
All right, Mike. Okay, thank you. My goodness.
All right. Hey, no, we got to go to the recommended filters right now and see what's out here, Bobby.
I already did that. I just did it. I got to have you been having good luck with the parlays. I got to be honest with you. It's hit and miss. I want to show Steven real quick because he says he's been gone for a while. The positive EV page without the recommended filters. Okay. So we click the recommended filters off, Steven, and we're going to change the market to main market, get rid of player props, and we're going to change the maximum market width to 28 cents. There's a couple, as you can see, 3 of the recommended plays on the recommended filters page just came up.
Yeah.
That's huge. Here is an NRFI. Now I know this is on Price Picks 5 Flex, but do you see an NRFI in this Diamondbacks Giants game? Rondon pitching tonight.
I do, Bob. I would roll with that NRFI for sure. No doubt about it. I like that play, especially with the Rodon. And, I mean, the Giants don't have a ton offensively, so.
And I like this over 7.5 total runs in the White Sox Tigers game. Yeah. 14-cent market width, plus 115, plus 113, no big fair odds. I know it says 46.79, but I think this is probably going to be a high-scoring game. I wanted to show. Go ahead.
Also, San Francisco, a lot of NRFIs for them, third in all of baseballs for the year.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to go somewhere else here real quick. I want to change the market. I got to show Steven this. Go to player prop and just put player props up at 40 cents. Now, I just have today's in here, okay? Mike, I'm going to switch up here. I'm going to change my date range to Sunday. And, that went too far. That's too far in advance. It's not working right now. Okay. So much for that idea. I was going to pull one on you here and freak you out. We'll just stay with this. Holy cow, look at all of these in the Padres and Rockies games. Player bases all over 1.5. Mike and I are, unless we've got an Aaron Judge or a Jose Ramirez, we kind of stay away from those. Here is Will Smith, under 1.5 player bases for the Dodgers, 39-cent market width on, what is that? Underdog Fantasy. And folks, there it is right there. Go to Underdog Fantasy. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. They got daily, weekly, season-long, and pick'ems. They even have a best ball tournament, $10 million prize pool, $2 million to first place. You can get it at Apple. You can get it on Google Play. There is also it's a 5-pick. Get all 5 right. You get 20 times whatever your bet is, Mike. Had to show that. I think that is very cool. In the meantime, if I'm looking at this play,
Bob, you have a question to answer. Why do you pick 28 market width? Why do you?
Because Randall told me to keep the market width low on the maximum, anywhere from 25 to 28 cents. So I do as I'm told. How's that? He knows more about the product than I do, and I just listened to what he said. Why do you think? Why do you think I do? First off, that's where the best plays are, number one. Number two, if you're going to get any kind of player props, you have to raise your maximum market width. You have to increase it, or otherwise the player props aren't going to come up.
So what are you? What's your minimum market width you're using?
Oh, it's 0. It's 0 to 28.
Okay, I thought you had me confused. I think he thought you were doing 25 cents to 28 cents.
No. It's 0 to 28.
Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes I do 25.
Slim Dan, how do you add a parlay to the bet tracker? I know how to make the selections, just not sure how to add it to the bet tracker.
At this present point in time, you can't do that.
That is not happening at the moment, but that is definitely something that is going to be mentioned along the way, and be on the lookout.
Slim Dan, thank you for the question, and thank you for joining. I love it when you guys join in, man. I'll have to ask Randall. I know Laura Market with is better. Just curious. Okay, he knew 0 to 28. I picked 28 just to be a little bit on the higher side. A lot of people pick 25.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Steve, that's what he meant. And the reason, I mean, I think it's worth at least taking a look at ones if you're getting good value on them. But that's kind of a Bob thing, I think.
Actually, Randall said that
I'm
was
kidding.
a good number. Okay, so there you go. There you getting psychic again.
I was Bob. I'm kidding. You're
a psychic person. You know that.
NFL, Bob. Who you on this week?
I'm on the Lions +6.
Lions, oh my.
Yes.
I think I'm ready to back the Ravens for sure.
We haven't decided what we're going to do show-wise this weekend. We got a gig this weekend, and we like to sleep in on Sundays. But I will have the coffee show.
No, not too long.
Saturday
we got
Sunday.
Football to get to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just telling people I'll be on the coffee show Saturday and Sunday. Go ahead. What football you want to get to?
I'm definitely on Baltimore. I'm willing to back them after the tough loss against Miami, just like what we saw with Cleveland. That looks like maybe a trend you could look at to jump on. And a team that I think we really got to look at is Cincinnati. I mean, they're 0-2. Usually this is the spot in week 3 with 0-2 teams. I think this is an opportunity for them to cover against that team that just had that miraculous win against Cleveland. So I'm willing to back Cincinnati as well. Those are a couple that, at least me personally, I am taking a look at and going to likely bet.
Okay.
And don't forget Baltimore. Listen, hey, Baltimore 7-3 against the spread following a loss. So at least a good high percentage to be on. I feel confident. That instills some confidence, at least for me, is a play I was already considering. So,
all right. So once again, avoid the dreaded 0-2 start.
Yes.
Since 1990, when they went the 12-team format, 265 teams began a season 0-2. Only 30 of those teams advanced to the postseason. That is 11.3%. Okay, so that'll help you with your futures betting, don't you think, Mike?
Possibly.
He bet on Ravens from Alex's YouTube video a few days ago. Okay, cool. That's great. Mike and I are also doing videos on here too, guys. Mike has been handling NFL videos. I've been doing MLB and college football. So go check those out on this YouTube channel too. It's not just live stream. We're having recorded videos on here too, and having quite a bit of success with them. Except for the Coastal Carolina one. I was wrong on that game.
You're high on the Bills, aren't you, Bob?
I am high on the Bills and on life.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
I love the Bills. Once again, they lead the NFL in points scored, and they lead the NFL in giving up the least amount. If you do that all year long, you're probably going to win the championship if you did that all year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about for this week alone against Miami. How do you feel?
They're going to whip Miami's butt.
I think so too. I think there's a good possibility. Remember, Baltimore was whipping Miami for the majority of that game, and I'm not taking anything away from Miami, so don't think that I'm acting like Miami's. I mean, I'm good for them. They're 2-0. They've shown some great promising signs, but
Slim Dan just found out we had this channel. Now you know, buddy. Tell your friends, would you?
Yeah, tell everybody.
Let's get a bunch of people going here. We're still representing the OddsJam. It's a new way of doing it, and we're having some success. Also, Mike's TikTok. Mike, what is your TikTok handle?
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok, MLB Bets.
Mike Elite.
That's
Bet.
Mike Elite. It's
Mike Elite.
Mike Elite. Yeah, isn't that pretty? That's clever, isn't it? That's pretty clever.
I'm just OddsJam _ grandpa.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean that sums you up, grandpa.
I'm getting to be
pretty good.
I'm gonna start being a crabby grandpa here in a little bit. I got nothing else. We will be back next week. Who knows if we're going to be here on the weekend? We tried a show in between the early games and the late games on Sunday. Didn't have much response from that. Probably better to go halftime on some of these shows. Anyway, that's Last Minute Betting with the Sports Nuts, brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Be watching this YouTube channel.
And I will be back with some pre-recorded videos. Definitely got an anytime touchdown score video I'm going to get out. And then we'll probably look at another game or two to jump into a matchup on. So be on the lookout for that.
Follow us on Twitter at Bob LaGrasso and at Mick Grasso. Go Mick. Mick Elite.
You too, Steven. Why do you do that? Every time I put the comment up, you click it off.
I don't know.